Chastened, Blizzard sought to reverse the narrative by going big on BlizzCon 2019 and announcing Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2. Blizzard was indeed able to give its fans reasons to be excited again, lifting spirits in the company, but the releases were still years away. While Blizzard hosted a major Overwatch 2 live stream just yesterday, it won't be out until 2022 at the earliest. Ouch. Speaking with IGN over the phone, analyst Andrew Urquhart, a managing director at financial services firm Jefferies.
I read that as funeral director.
Speculated it could be as late as 2023 before Blizzard releases Overwatch 2, possibly to align with the 5th anniversary of the Overwatch League. God, that'd be brutal. Disgusting and brutal if that happened.
Oh, that's bad.
Overwatch 2 must be 2022.
Yeah.
Or it'll be too damn late. Everyone will just rocket by them.
Yeah, we've got the 5th anniversary of Overwatch League, 5v5, we're sorted.
Oh boy.
Jesus.
Outwardly, Blizzard is still doing mostly fine. World of Warcraft Shadowlands was a comparatively successful expansion, helping lead an overall revenue boost of about 7% according to the most recent earnings report. Fair enough. Shadowlands did fantastically financially.
Yeah.
Obviously, after that financial reporting period, I believe some issues in Shadowlands may appear.
Also, Shadowlands at launch was significantly more monetized than any prior expansion with the very expensive Epic Edition.
Good point.
That is literally like... I can't remember how expensive the deluxe editions were for like BFA and whatnot, but I think you're looking at something like an extra 20-30% on some of the wheels. Because it was like 90 quid, was it not?
I couldn't remember.
It was like 90 quid versus the usual 60-70, I think.
I can't remember the high enough conviction to say anything.
Yeah, fair enough.
But Blizzard also shed another 2 million monthly active users.
Yep.
Which Urquhart partially attributes to the decline of Overwatch. And here's the quote. Blizzard's been going through a pretty long, I think, internal transition, obviously changing over some management across the board and repositioning their IP. We're towards the tail end of that transition, I think, and next year will be the first kind of launch of what the revamped Blizzard will look like. So typically, when you're at the tail end of transition, you're losing a lot of players, he says, noting that Jefferies isn't too concerned about the MAU drop. I would say similar. I'm not that concerned because I know Overwatch 2 and D4 will probably be pretty damn big.
Yeah.
But there is more here. But meanwhile, employees within Blizzard have felt the impact of diminished profit sharing. Oh. Wow. A twice annual payout tied to Blizzard profit targets and individual employee performance. Quote, every year they'd be like, oh, you know, it was just a downtime. We're not shipping anything. But, like, it'll probably get better next year. And I was like, but I can do the math. Like, we're years away from shipping anything in 2018, a source within Blizzard says. So it's probably that thing where if a whole bunch of people's total compensation was tied to this, and the company was overall shitting the bed on its projects, oh dear. Keller acknowledges the large gaps between releases. I understand that it's hard for players to wait. I get that, but I think it's really important for Overwatch 2 to come out as soon as it can. But when we launch the next installment of our games, people come back to it, and I think the reason why they do is because they know we're taking the time to make the game as good as it possibly can be. You can view it as pressure, but internally our team doesn't view the pressure of making Overwatch 2 so much as how do we bring all these players back to our game, how do we grow the audience. What I'd say there, I don't know if she is going to cover it. No, she is going to cover it down here. Because there's actually a reason why Overwatch 2 is delayed, and that's because a whole bunch of staff went on to another project that got cancelled. That was like leaked to me 2 years ago, I think. It was ages ago, so I kind of feel comfortable talking about it now because it's...
Also, I'm assuming we're about to learn that here.
Yeah. I think so. The incubation project was supposed to help in this regard. Conceived as a sort of safe haven for experimentation on new ideas that could become full-blown games, incubation is described as a black box by a separate source within Blizzard. Comparatively little has emerged from the process at this point, though IGN is aware of at least 2 games that have been cancelled. One was a StarCraft FPS, as reported by Kotaku, and corroborated by some sources we spoke to within Blizzard. The other was a more experimental mobile game. Varying reports, including sources within Blizzard who spoke to IGN, suggest that the StarCraft FPS team was surprised by this decision. Many, including longtime Blizzard designer and director Dustin Browder, subsequently departed to start Moonshot Games under the umbrella of Blizzard co-founder Mike Morhaim's new venture, Dreamhaven. So from what I've heard of that StarCraft FPS, it was genuinely fucking awesome.
What happened then?
I heard it was awesome.
Yeah.
I heard that the team was super, super pumped for it. That it seems like it was a wet dream, to be honest.
Yeah.
From what I understand, it was cancelled to move developers over to Overwatch 2.
Oh, that situation. Oh, that's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And yes, as this says, it's one of several independent studios now stocked with Blizzard veterans. We reached out to Dreamhaven, but it declined to participate in this story. Yeah, there's nothing
Fair.
Dreamhaven could get. The only thing for Dreamhaven to do is just to, take the high ground and just make some cool shit and have that be self-evident.
Take the high ground and reach out privately to Blizzard people instead of... Because Dreamhaven don't need to spill the beans, so they can just... When they have... I imagine Mike has his, book of just everyone who showed promise at Blizzard, and he's just, working his way through them, just
grabbing them all.
Just, all right, now it's time to phone this person. Hello, would you like to triple your wages? Yep. Oh, well, double your wages? Yep. Work on the project that you wanted to work on? Yep. All right. See you next week. We're just down the street. All right. Bye.
Yeah.
Just that all day long.
Ultimately, Blizzard isn't the only prestige developer to face multi-year gaps between releases. Many big-budget studios put out at most one tentpole release every couple of years. To put it more simply, game development is difficult, and that's before taking into account COVID, which has hit Blizzard as hard as anyone. Nevertheless, Blizzard devs are aware that their company makes the least money out of the three parts of Activision Blizzard's business. For all the success with Hearthstone and Overwatch, Blizzard was never really able to find the next big thing after World of Warcraft, and its next round of major releases could be more than a year away.